Hi guys, how's it going? So this is going to be a first impression of the one Tamriel update in conjunction with a key opening. If you don't want to listen to my rambling on, you can go ahead and skip to the key opening by clicking the annotation on your screen. So one Tamriel. My first impressions have been really positive, and I think that perhaps the first thing I want to touch on is the sense of community population that you really get in many of the zones that was just not present before the update. I know this might start to fall off as the update itself becomes older, but for now it's really nice. I think that the dueling aspect really helps the matter because we see a lot more players running around fighting and creates a really nice atmosphere. Even as a PvE player, I think you can benefit from it because if you have downtime between trials or dungeons even, it can be a fun way of just messing around. In the background I do die here, but I don't think it was necessarily something changing. I think I was just standing in something and being bad. But what can you do? This is ICP, VidICP. Wasn't apparent. Not too much has changed here, at least it doesn't feel like it, though obviously this fight here is the main one. All 4 mini-bosses had a dramatic health increase, and what this means is that it's going to take a long time for the group to kill it compared to last pre-patch. This does mean also that the enrage mechanic that this fight had will always kind of occur, at least I believe so, unless your group has some insane DPS. As a tank it's fun in managing resources, but I imagine it can be quite a pain if your DPS is lower than this group, which is actually quite good. Yeah, new Sword and Shield ultimate's kind of fun. I actually see this being quite useful in tanking axes in Vet AA, that trial. Because when you're activating it, it actually gives you your stam regen and your movement speed back, so you can actually regen your stamina while still blocking, which would be really useful I think. And at 100 ulti cost, this is unmorphed. It's really quite cheap, you can actually get it up quite frequently. So it seems like a nice ultimate, but probably just for specific situations. I am using it here just to try and level it up and for fun, because, you know, new expansion and all. Or update, I should say. With respect to the dungeon changes in general, I really do like the fact that we can revisit old content and that it actually has meaningful drops. The monster sets in conjunction with the rebalance sets and the CP skilled ones. The fact also that even mini-bosses drop relevant gear is nice because no longer do we go around skipping mobs or bosses which we used to do in the past. So, from both a nostalgic element and also being able to complete the whole content instead of skipping side of things, it's really good. One more thing about the changes to dungeons, perhaps Undaunted as well, is the achievements. Having more achievements is going to make it really easier to grind up your character and get your Undaunted passives, which is nice. And also having 6 keys per character per day, I think it really allows you to have a sense of control over the RNG on the shoulders, which was quite frustrating in the past. So really positive changes overall. Obviously I'll see how it goes in the coming days, but right now I'm really happy with how the update has left ESO. I think from what I've experienced with guildmates, a lot of them are also very pleased, so props to ZOS for releasing a pretty solid update. Other than that, that's about it with respect to commentary, so I'll leave you guys with the gameplay and hopefully you then enjoy the key opening, which is going to happen in just a few minutes. Thanks again for listening, and take care guys, and hope you have a nice day. Alright guys, welcome to the key opening part of the video. I'm going to be opening 50 keys in total. I must admit that when I first start doing this, I mess it up a little bit. I actually forgot that you have to open the different chests depending on what you want. So I do invest a little too many keys in the first box, so that does rectify itself towards the later stage of the video when I get on my other character to open the remainder of the keys. I will try to not talk too much and just let you guys look at the drops as they come through. At the end, I will summarise the drops briefly with any notable mentions, but otherwise you can just pause to see what I got. The audio does cut out in the game as I am fast forwarding the remainder of the keys just to streamline the process a little bit more. Shouldn't be too much of a worry, but I just thought I'd let you know, and the recap of the first 36 keys will be in about 10-15 seconds from now. Okay, so this is 36 keys worth of shoulder pieces. As a brief summary, quite a few were actually prosperous with training, which is interesting, though it might just be bad luck in this case, as the sample size isn't that large. I did get a few nice pieces, such as a Chokethorn Epaulet, which I am wanting to try out. But with respect to any best in slot DPS pieces, not really. Just a very broad sweep with not necessarily that great traits. Obviously, a little bit too many invested in the DLC sets, as I said, so just discount those. My next 14 keys will just be from the other two chests, so get into those shortly after I finish mousing over these, and feel free to pause if you have to check them out. Okay, so I just swapped onto my Stamina Nightblade. This is a character I like to play on when I'm not tanking. I'm going to use 7 keys on this chest and then go over to the other chest and use the remainder for a total of 50. Guy running his horse into me then, it's quite nice of him. I must say that maybe they should think about remodeling the chest to reflect the fact that the middle one is not always the best one, so that I don't make mistakes. Like using all my keys in the middle chest. But perhaps that's just a personal problem. Anyways, I actually did get very lucky here with the Grofdar Light Divines piece, one of the best sets for a Magicka DPS DK. So that does make up for the prosperous training RNG that I felt like I got a little bit in this video. Obviously not as bad though with 6 keys per day. Anyways, I'll let you guys just look at the remainder of the drops, but just wanted to say thank you once again for watching my video, and hopefully you stick around for further content as I release a bunch more with one Tamriel being out. Anyways, take care, and bye bye for now.